patience. They have nothing that it takes to engage in any productive conversation. Because most thing that they care about is, how am I going to feed tonight? What am I going to give my children tonight? How am I going to pay my house rent this end of this month? What am I going to give to, they are more worried about what is it going to be like to go to bed tonight without food. Is it going to be like last night? Last week? What is it going to be like? These are the things that bother them than other things that some of us talk about here, technically and otherwise, that you'll be like, oh, that's sensible. They just sound sensible to you, but the practicability of it, the strength, the mental capacity, vast population don't have it. Because they are raised in the worst, the most extreme condition that people have been subjected to, including mental stimulation, having a mental depreciation. A lot of these are the effects you are seeing everywhere today. Don't be surprised. I'm not a doctor, but can you add all this together? And are you saying they don't make sense to you? When children are not eating fine or eating well, talking of eating regularly, how then do you think they're going to really develop mentally? Like, for real? Or more? It affects many of us. So some of us never started developing mentally until we left Nigeria. The only mental development many of us had in Nigeria is the mentality of survivor. I must survive. Anything where you go take, I must survive. Oh, Baba. My mama suffer, my papa suffer. I don't suffer, I don't see shege. My children must not see shege. Now we thinking Johnny be that. Now we thinking Johnny be that. Because Johnny was like, I don't go return back to that place if I don't make them. That's the only thing we have. So in most cases, so many of us ended up having to get access or have access to big money in the process. But the mental capacity to manage it, to maintain it, we couldn't. Some of you are not probably, you probably didn't expect me to take you there, right? I am talking about how much Nigeria or the worst Nigeria system did to us. And it is deliberate. Nothing is by accident. Okay? It's all deliberate. Everything is deliberate. The product of that is because they want a population that cannot really ask questions. Always angry, but no substance. My ego. So what's happening now? Why are you angry? I say, talk, calm down, talk. I don't know. I'm just angry. Why? Have you eaten? No. But then give you food. What you want chop? Anything we do. Oh yeah, chop. Then 10, 20 minutes later, they come back and say, my ego, what I was trying to explain earlier was just because I was hungry. I couldn't really like put the whole point together. And it's like people are not getting me, so it's getting me angry. That's what they wanted you to be. That's how they raised you. That's how they conditioned you. It is all deliberate, I believe. So that system then created the kind of people that will see political activities as an opportunity. You know what I mean? It's not long ago. I mean, Obi no they give chichi. That's what we heard. Obedience don't give chichi. They've proved that. But you have characters that are like real typical Nigerians. And they are promising to take you to a Nigeria that is far, far better than that of Atifku or that of Bokwari or Tifnumbu. Trying to add old wine into a new bottle, adding some shine to it is likely not going to make it anyway different. And that's where I said the system itself, entrenched system of pilfering, entrenched system of kleptocracy. Therefore, there will always be accusation of money. Here, money there, money here and there. You know Doyin Okupe, who somehow, miraculously by chance, became the spokesperson for Peter Obi. Obi terete, Obi ile Awolowo, Obi gbogbo wa la mọ̀ bẹ̀, Obi mo ti jẹun bẹ̀, Obi tó bá fẹ́ kí wọ́n, Obi terente. Doyin Okupe. You know Doyin? Right. Doyin Okupe happened to be the first person that received the obedience for a cross of forgiveness. Doyin Okupe happened to be one of the Nigeria thieves, official, career thief. He was advisor to Obasanjo, made small money. Then became advisor to Jonathan, made so much money. In 2015, Okupe in his stride said, and if you see locomotive, you dey see small train. So you see they see train, they where go they walk now. You they complain that they are locomotive. Manager like that, Nigeria never do for better train. I beg. I have that video, but that's not what I want to talk about tonight. People hated him for it. Mad, you know, all that kind of reactions. That was 7 years ago. Boko Haram has brought in more locomotive for you, like here and there. And in Lagos, they are getting some other, like a nice looking Tokumbo, you know what I mean, train and tram, all for good. But in 2015, Okupe cashed out like everyone else. You see that one? Where they Arise Television. What's that his name again? The one that became deputy governor to Buruji Kashamu. They wanted a drug baron back then. You remember him? Abati. That is his name. Abati. When they were cashing out from Dasuki, the Father Christmas Dasuki, Okupe collected nearly 800 million naira. You see they caught to whether they drag him or drag his blocos or drag his everything or Okupe no see shishi payback. Other people don't they pay back small. Okupe no see shishi, he don't broke. Officially, quote me. Sure you get. Anytime we Okupe talk for social media, omo, na fase, gbos. If Okupe say, good morning, my fellow, this, and that, everybody, all this, even obedient, then before obedient came to be, oman koboni, Okupe. Okupe said he got to a point, Okupe said they were bullying him on social media. But because of the shege that Nigerian youth have seen under Boko Haram, and somehow, Obi, the best thing that happened to humanity after sliced bread, is the man of the moment, is the celebrity. Everybody just wants to hate him when many others said they like him. It's the competition of the popularity. Anybody, anything will be touch changes to the right thing. Anything will be stay away from. Baba, you must be strong enough before you go touch that thing. And anybody will obedient, forgive. May I not lie you. It is very close to like saying, God forgive you. Forget it, everything clean, clear. Forget. You know, Mata, shut up your mouth. Cry me a river. Mayegun, cry me a river. You can cry from now. I'm your friend. Don't abuse me. But if you abuse me, you won't be the first. I'm used to that anyway. I'm just trying to paint your picture for you. Cry me a river. You can cry today, cry tomorrow, cry next week, cry next month, cry next year. Obi is going to be our president. I say, right. I'm not crying. It's not me. I'm just talking about how much many of you are setting yourselves up for the later day outbreak. You know the glass where they break. I'm not going to mock you. I love what you are doing. I love the fact that you, the airport, add blood pressure to the people where we say, they're the kingmakers. Now, them, anything where they decide, you know, get choice. So I like that. But that's not the point I'm making. The point I'm making is that a lot of people have received only forgiveness. All things you know about them, forget that. They are now working to make Nigeria better. Well, surprisingly, somehow, Ogun State, where Doyin Okupe come from, they disagreed. They said, Doyin never change you. Doyin never change you. Doyin don't collect our money. They said, but we know they give Chichi now, but come on, man. Chichi is that it's not going to buy your vote. It's not going to pay you to come and, you know, that stuff, right? It's not going to do that. That's what they said, Abi. But Labour Party Ogun State, which obedient, don't tear them into whatever shred they could tear them into. The guy was explaining what happened. Say, oh, Doyin Okupe never change you. Oh, Doyin Okupe don't steal our money. Oh. Listen to them. That's not me. That's from them. Somebody who is a member of that their club.
Because I have a chart sent to him, sent to me by him, and explaining that he was personally funding the mobilization of members from Ogun State, Ekiti State, Ondo State, and Osun State for the Oyo State rally, and that there is no official amount approved for these states. But 20 million was approved for the state, for Ogun State specifically.
To mobilize how many people?
To mobilize their members.
How many people were you expected to
mobilize? We made an estimation of 200. Because he said we should get members. We should get 200 buses to mobilize our members. We made an estimation. It was turned down. I said it was too far high up. It was reduced to 100 buses. We forwarded to him. He still rejected it and said no, that there is no fund, that he is personally going to fund it. And he came up with an estimation of 5,195,000
to take care of 100
to take
buses.
Care of, not 100, but wherever it can go to. That was what he could afford, since he's personally funding that expenditure. We are grateful that he's spending his money for the party, 5,195,000. But where is?
Did he eventually spend that amount?
It was less than that. About 4 million plus was what we gathered that was given.
But not to
me, because it's so appalling that the budget we did, that we said, okay, if every member that goes there, a certain amount should be given to them, at least 5,000 as a token. But he said no, 1,000 will be given, and we said that's ridiculous. I, as the chairman of the party, cannot say I'm going to be in that position and be giving 1,000 naira to every member who left their home to go to Ibadan, and he said it's for feeding. I said that's appalling.
Is this the practice for Labour Party members? Because what seems to be out there is that as far as supporters of Peter Obi,
as far as they are concerned, they know they give shishi. Which kind of thing be this that could it be that some people are making money over your head as you are doing obedient, spending your money, raising money here and there to mobilize people to your rallies, to your work and everything? Could some people actually be cashing out on you by somehow? Which one is give everybody 1,000 naira? Me, I know. Share you get. I know. When I was in Nigeria, even till now, we know they are still doing it. You don't just tell anybody to come and go to rally for you. Nobody they go to any free rally anywhere until obedience came. These young people. And I've never seen anywhere they shared money and gave anybody money. I haven't. If you have seen them, you can share. Until now, when they are now labor, could some people be actually making money over your heads as you are doing all this, Anyway, they decided to suspend Okupe. Okupe, now them bring light to, according to now they bring light business to Labour Party. Now them give you this breath and all of that thing you are going to enjoy now. You better don't bite the finger that fed you. Are you the crazy? Who know you before now? So they wielded the big stick. All of that thing with that guy they talk now nonsense. Okupe is still the leader of Labour Party. It's politics. So I'm speaking from the point of, from the perspective of somebody who actually know the real politics behind this whole thing. Could you be making this bet for these criminals simply because you have this forgiving heart and you want to rescue Nigeria from APC? Egbe is your world. Here is what their national leadership said. Forget Ogun State nonsense that Doyin is still their leader.
It has come to the attention of the national leadership of the party that the Ogun State chapter of the Labour Party has purportedly suspended one of the leader or one of the party member who happens to be the Director General of the Presidential Campaign Council. The Ogun State chapter has acted outside its constitutional jurisdiction. The party has internal conflict resolution mechanism of handling cases against party members as enshrined in the party's constitution. Therefore, the suspension of Dr. Doyin Okupe from the party by the Ogun State chapter is null and void. He still remains a card-carrying member of the Labour Party and the Director General of the Presidential Campaign Council. The party is solidly united and are behind its leadership and the leadership of the Presidential Campaign Council. We are also not unaware of attempts by our opposition in some political parties to infiltrate the party structure at all levels. Since it has become obvious that the chances of the Labour Party's candidates emerging victorious in the upcoming general election is becoming brighter day by day. The party leadership will do everything within its powers to ensure that our cohesion is not tampered with and will not be distracted by the antics of the opposition candidate until all our candidates becomes victorious in the 2023 general election, inshallah. The Ogun chapter have fell short of contacting the party. Our constitution has enshrined in it a conflict resolution mechanism and disciplinary procedures. Before you discipline any member of the party, there are certain procedures that you have to follow. You have to follow by querying, you are just calling for and other procedures, and that has not been followed. No any complaint has been written by the state chapter or his ward to the local government, to even the state, to indict any of the member. So we are not unaware of what is going on, but we are telling you categorically that the national headquarters of the party is not aware of what they are doing. They are doing it on their own, and we are going to set up a committee. The NWC will sit down, set a committee, and then appropriate disciplinary action will be taken against the perpetrators in the state ESCO. We're going to pitch them out and take appropriate disciplinary action against the state ESCO. That will do it very soon. Thank you.
Well, that explained it, Abi. Because it's more or less like, if I say they won't use you people to come and derail our program and the rest, not now that everyone wants OB and all that. Anyway, I'm going to go to the next part of this conversation, which is going to be me opening the line, and you can call in, okay? So, normally, let me say something to you. If you are watching me on YouTube, if you see anyone, especially if you see any one with an Igbo name, right, that suddenly dropped a comment to attack Mayegun, let me give you their background. The first thing is that you need to read the comment very well. In the coming days, you are likely going to see more people like that. And some of you will be acting surprised. Who is this one? You see that one that said, Okenwa, Unwa Chineke. You have my attention, okay? But I'll tell you something. Usually, in the past, when I started Mayegun's Diary Politico, I used to get distracted by people who somehow just want to like sort of take a jibe at Mayegun on the conversation that is unrelated to whatever we are talking about. But I later learned how to handle people like you. Okay, I'll tell you. I know that this Mayegun's Diary Political, and everybody knows, is not officially Oduduwa Nation or Yoruba Nation campaign platform. We all know that. Okay. Now, when you see any Igbo name, whether the person is Igbo or is not Igbo, sure you get, when you see any Igbo name that come onto Mayegun's Diary Political and deliberately attack Mayegun, this is their background. This guy said that you are doing your own Yoruba Nation on YouTube. And I think that should go to all of you who call yourself agitators for Yoruba Nation or even for Biafra. Okay, Mayegun is a vlogger. And all the time, I have made it very clear to so many of you that Mayegun's Diary Political treats almost all issues that explain the disjointed and almost ruined state of Nigeria that we are witnessing today, in which it cut across Yoruba, Igbo, Hausa, Fulani, East, North, West, in all these places. For those who have known Mayegun for the past 10 years on this platform. So which means, I would say, my platform is so big and bigger than some of you who now turned social media or YouTube into a money-making sort of a linked agitation. So don't link me to that. You are confusing yourself. If you come to Mayegun and you say, you are doing your Yoruba Nation agitation on YouTube, Shoma Adini. What kind of disrespect is that? You are talking to somebody who actually motivated some of the morons that are now your supposed social media agitators, declaration and declarers and the rest of them. This platform motivated some of them to even be able to bold enough to understand what to even talk about. Until then, and look at me as a vlogger, my content make other people money. Social media and all of these places, which I speak into, right? Whatever I get from there, I can use that to, whatever my content gives to me as a vlogger. I'm not your agitator. Shomadini. Is it not just about a year or 2 years ago that some of you lunatics on social media creating your own different government abroad, and somehow feel like Mayegun is attacking? I'm not attacking you. I'm exposing you. And I have not even started. I was just scratching it. If I use whatever money I make on my platform, whatever fund comes through me, through my platform, nobody pays the rent of Mayegun. Mayegun pays the rent of the people that Nigeria has happened to, whether they are Hausa, Igbo, or Yoruba. Go and check that out. So if you come onto Mayegun's Diary Political, it is an insult to start with for you to even think, I am in any space with all your fake agitators, money-making fraudsters. On Mayegun's Diary Political, whenever it is time to help people, you know what we do? We come together. We pull our resources together, including my own money. Then we channel them to people we don't know or we would never even meet. In the process, on Mayegun's Diary Political, including people I've never met and I probably will never meet, my platform has managed to raise fund that is in excess of over 25 million naira to help people I don't know and I've never met and may never meet, because I've got friends who are interested in doing that. Anything else you feel like, trust me, you just wish Mayegun is, or let me say, one of your favorites is like that Mayegun for you. I won't be, okay? So I pay people's rent, I pay people's this or that from the little and the excess I have to share, right? And you shouldn't link that to any agitation, any of this, your fraudulent job. And if you are a Biafran and you are saying that to me, attacking, is it because some of these idiots on social media, on Zoom, I be where now come together, say you are signing defense agreement, Biafra and Oduduwa. I haven't even got to that. Eh? So if you are watching me on YouTube right now, I want to advise you, when you see names like that, and when you see comments like that, just know where they are coming from. They are still coming, okay? But we are in December already. Are you with me? The wind is blowing, and it is about to expose what some of you are likely not going to be comfortable with. Mhm. Anyway, I am going to take a quick break. Now, when I get back, I'm going to give you the updates on where we stopped last night. On this platform, the members of the temple agreed that we should come together and pull our resources together and see how many families can be reached out to, supported, and helped back in Yoruba land. So when we started this last night, it actually gave us on Give Send Go, the popular one you have there. It gave us about four. Sorry, I've mixed that. On PayPal, rather, it gave us £540 last night. On our what's that one again? Cash App. On Cash App, we have a total of £252. Now, on this Give Send Go, I am going to say that we have raised over £400. So you can say £405. Now let's add all of them together. Roughly, in my own estimate, right? We have managed to raise about £1,200 sterling, including the ones we raised through or via the Diaspora Radio bank account. Now, let me tell you why sometimes doing good in this manner kind of go a long way. We have a union, we call it a Yoruba Union. It is not a union that is going to declare your Yoruba nation. It's not an agitation union, okay? It is called an intervention group, which we believe that if the message of the Yoruba sovereign nation is to be helped in the grassroots, there are some other programs that could come with it. In this case, that could get us so closer to the real, to our people and tell them one-on-one why it is ideal. It is, in fact, the right thing to do, right? Including what they say to their own children. It is the right thing to do, to stand up, especially when the opportunity presents itself, which is going to be soon, that they stand on the right part of the history and stand with Yoruba nation, a nation that is going to be that's going to decide the future that they're going to feature in. So to say, they can be part of that. Now, getting our messages closer to them, helping the real people who are doing the job, because there are real people who are doing the job, making all the effort to ensure that all of this becomes something that will be, sort of grounded and homegrown. We just want to help. And in our way of helping, last night, we raised over 1 million naira. Prior to that, I made a sort of down payment of or down contribution of 1 million naira from this platform. So, which means for this particular project, this platform is giving 1 million naira, and then we are raising more from our own purse. So we now have 2 million naira or more. When you talk about people who just all talk, no action, don't touch us, so don't point your fingers at us, okay? On this platform, we have paid millions of naira as a legal fee for people or to support them. The latest or the recent among them, one is Oloye Sunday Igboho. The other one, another person that we have actually reached out to from our generosity on Mayegun's Diary Political, which I am very proud of, is that of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the IPOB, the real IPOB. I don't know others. So, sure you get. So we've reached out to them and we have the receipt. So that is what our generosity can do, or what our generosity have done, and what it can do. Make her go make another tea. And remember, you are not donating to Mayegun. Whatever you are giving here is like you are giving it into a bank. I am just the Odin Bay. You know how to follow the money. That's what we do, isn't it? So if you have any questions, you can ask. The line is going to be open soon when I come back, okay? Every penny you give is voluntary, okay? And you can always cancel it and take your money back whenever you want. This is the update. When I come back, I'll take calls. And if you have one, don't hide behind your keypad. Pick up the phone if you have the lever. At least while you are typing. Why not pick up the phone and call in? We'll have one-on-one. So that you can tell me all your fraudulent agitators, criminals on social media, infiltrators, imposters, and the rest of you who are living in your own bubble, by the way. You can phone in and probably have a chat with me. How about that? Would you? I'll be expecting your call. Omo weary. So we can go make that tea. Don't go anywhere. Say baba is arama ibaka go kwahu osoga we ngere abiagoro go po egbe kinapa president Buhari kinapa president Buhari obi kinapa president Buhari kinapa president Buhari Mr. Palava Buhari kinapa say baba egbe de Buhari President Buhari, when Buhari enter, don't enter, Buhari go no shit, Buhari only, Marawo, Buhari, Buhari, go kidnap Buhari, go. Police now, Buhari, Marowari, Buhari, Ozamana de Betagaya Nora, Mana de Betagaya, Ozamana de Betagaya Nora, Ozamana de Betagaya, Ozamana de Betagaya Nora, Ozamana de Betagaya, Ozamana de Betagaya Nora, Mana de Dora, Ozamana de Betagaya Nora, Mana de Betagaya Nora, Ozamana de Betagaya Nora, Mana de Betagaya Nora, holy, 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 Nande Kano is another holy, holy. Holy, holy, Nande Kano is another Savior. Holy, 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 Nande Kano is a Prince Jejeman. There, in Croydon. I think they were in Croydon yesterday to show their usual public, disagreement. Or let me say the public call for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, something that is dedicated his time, his resources, right, almost every day to us. So hello there.
Hello. Is that Mayegun?
Yeah, this is Mayegun live.
Hello. I have been watching you for over many.
Sorry, can you hear me?
Many years.
Okay, yeah.
I really, yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me, please?
Loud and clear. All of us can hear you too, sir. You didn't tell us your name or where you are calling from, but that's fine if you don't want to.
Yeah, I'm calling from Republic of Ireland. My name is Sunday David.
Oh, brilliant.
I just came back from work. Actually, I don't know the real topic today, but I normally follow you. Maybe I can watch it later on. But the reason, and this is my first time of calling you, but the main reason why I call you, it may not be today's topic, is that I know that you are from Ogun State.
Yes, I am.
I don't know, maybe you know that Dangote cement.
Yes,
you know that Dangote. Yeah, in Papa Lao, I don't know the name of that place.
But and all those places, I do, yeah.
Yeah, when you pass through that side, when you look at that place, see a lot of clouds, very dusty. You see people living around that place, I think they are going to die untimely death. Maybe the people that are supposed to spend maybe 80 years, they will spend 50 years. And they have environmental inspector, stuff or something cannot happen in Western world. What are the Ogun State governor? What are they looking? What are they looking? Why can't they think of what they can do for people? You will see a lot of people around that side. They will die untimely death, all because of Dangote, and they are making billions in that place.
Because they don't
Can
care
they
about
see all
them.
those things that is?
They don't care. Nobody care about
So,
them. I've seen that place.
Please,
If you are passing through Shagamu, between Shagamu and Ogijo, that's another part where you will see the Lafarge Cement or something there. They have a company there, right? And if you see what people have been going through there for the past 20 years, sir, and the money they are making in that part of Shagamu area too, then you will realize that Nigeria doesn't like us.
Because I don't even know. You even when you see cement, you see all these things, they will have heart problem and they will die on timely death. And they have governor.
There's no medical
they see all this. There is no, and they don't even care. Okay, for example, look at, because like me, I build house around that Songo.
Right.
You will look at all these people. What is the problem with all these Ogun State, most especially politicians? You see, because they're supposed to be making big money from Lagos State, but because for example, like Tinubu, if this man really loves Yoruba, they're supposed to be thinking of how to develop Yoruba, or maybe let's say Yoruba Union, that everything they see in Lagos State, they have to see it in
every part of Yoruba land.
They have to see in every. Those are the.
Yes, sir. There is a program. There is actually a book. They call them Dawn. Okay, there is a group called Dawn in Yoruba land. In 2005, they developed a document. This document actually captured the entire Yoruba landscape, the people, the resources in Yoruba land, the roads, the rails, and the sea, and every other thing that could be used and harnessed for development of Yoruba land. They now put everything in that book. What was needed was for all the Yoruba governors to come together, and certify that as a means, including security, certify that and put their resources together and build all these infrastructures within Yoruba land. But they have only been using them for campaign material. Every time they need something to say, Yoruba land will get this, Yoruba will get that, they'll go to that book and put something out and show Yorubas. When they get what they want, they dump them. There is actually a book, sir. There is one.
Because you see, after all this,
sorry.
With Japan
we missed what you said in that part, but go on, sir.
I said from Babawolowo and Jakonde Babajashin period. Apart from all those people, Yoruba, they don't have any good leader anymore. You see all this from Tinubu era, because I remember when you go to this place, you will see Jakonde house. You will see all these schools that you see. It was built by Jakonde. I didn't believe it was Tinubu. They will take all those lands. Look at that Lagos Poly. That one be very close to. Is it my 12 or Tinubu took the place and turned it to TVC TV. You see all these people. I normally imagine myself that how much did they need before they die? You see all these people, because when you see all these Yoruba children, okay, look at every sensitive position in Nigeria now. It was foreigner. You see all these Aboki, go there, you will see they are the one. And all these people that supported Tinubu, can they ask them question? Our people, they qualify, they will not pick them there.
No.
If your name don't start with Mohammed or Abubakar, there is no place for you. I was listening to what's the name of this man, Bashar Lawan. He said a lot of people believe that if they wanted to Ismailite Nigeria or something like that. Yeah, maybe is to change name. He said no. He said there are some key posts that if you are a Christian, if you are not a Muslim, you can't hold that post.
Yes.
All those stuff is happening now. So, but our politicians, these people, most especially Yoruba, you look at how a lot of our people, no job, nothing, and they don't care.
But they pretend to care. They pretend. They will say they will give them job, 30,000 naira job, and then you see these hundreds of thousands of young people looking forward to that 5,000 job, and I just look like a man. It is well. Thank you.
Yeah,
thank
you very much. Yeah, thank you very much. I really appreciate, and God will continue to help you and help your family as well.
And thank you very much for your time too, and your family too as well. So now the line is still opened. Okay, I have said it. Okay, don't hide. What trolls, what they do most of the time is they hide behind their keypad. Okay. And most of the low lives too, they hide behind their keypad. If you feel like you have something you want to share, you can pick up the phone and call in. I mean, it's free. It's WhatsApp call. You can call in and let's actually hear from you. Okay, so it is completely wrong for you to come onto my Egun's Diary Political and think you are looking at a freedom fighter. I don't fight for anybody's freedom. I'm not your freedom fighter. I'm not your human rights fighter, but I can be your friend when the system come against you. And in my own world, I don't care whether you are a Christian or a Muslim, whether you are a Yoruba, Hausa, or Igbo, wherever you come from. Once I sense injustice, I am always willing to use my resources, including my platform, to help. It doesn't mean that I always do that. So in a way, that doesn't make me your human rights fighter. I've told you this many times. If you see all these people with day on social media, they give themselves fraudulent titles. Yeah, I am this, I am that, and then there's some of you, slow brain mumus actually listen to them and the rest. I'm not like that. I'm not your activist. I'm not your human rights, whatever nonsense, and I'm also not your freedom fighter. In fact, if I see a real freedom fighter, when I see one, all I do is to support them because, yeah, we all have to fight for our freedom, don't we? We all have to. But let me take another call. I have another caller. Hello there.
Hello, my good general.
Hey, the man himself, Prince Jeje. I mean, I saw your videos. I couldn't really say much. I just had to share them with others tonight. How are you?
Fine, Baba. You do well, are you? How you there?
I am just here, just Mayegun General. You can add General. But give me 1 second to make us say thank you to the people who are already with me. My friends, if you are watching, I want to say thank you to every one of you who is already, making your contribution, okay? I want to say thank you to that person who sent £4 and some pennies on Cash App. Thank you. So that takes our balance in Cash App to somewhere around £256, which is good. On your screen, where we have the Give Send Go, we started from, £871. Now we have £911. So we can say we've already gotten something around £40, I want to believe. I'm so terrible in addition and all that. Anyway, you can see it on your screen, okay? So thank you to every one of you who have responded. I'm counting, and we are adding. Could we make another million tonight? Could we do 10 million for, about 1,000 families in Yoruba land? That's a challenge. That's a target. It is possible. In my world, though, and I want to believe that you believe it's possible too. Prince Jejeman, thank you.
Yeah, well done, Baba. I want to join you to thank those who are.
Let me thank them because my balance don't jump up again to 1,951, which means I have quickly made over £80 in the last 2-3 minutes. So let me thank them.
Wonderful. My people are great on. God bless on. Anywhere we want to come out the money.
Yes.
It will return back in 100-fold, a million-fold.
Amen to that.
You know?
So you are live,
God
Prince
bless you.
Judgeman. If I see
Yeah,
our brothers will be say they don't feel like say which time we go attack this Mayegun. It be like say this Mayegun don't they overdo it, don't they overtalk. It be like say they don't they get tired of me. So it's like they are coming out little by little, and I'm welcoming them.
Baba,
you know what I mean, Prince?
Yes, Baba, they hail you. You know, in fact, we do respect to other bloggers, other brokers.
You know what I mean?
Online. You are the greatest teacher I've ever seen.
Because I get track record, Baba. And you know what thing we they spend? You know what thing we they spend on these streets? The currency we they spend here is trust. Trust is the currency. Prince Judgeman. Trust is the currency. Anybody we no see am well. Oh yeah, do am now if he easy. Why you no do am?
Now so now they cannot tell them. Any person will say it easy because you go do another competition. If God no give you, you don't get up. The one way God give you, stay on your lane. My good day on his lane. This is from kitchen all the way for where he did, and I didn't on his
and
lane.
I no present myself as your fighter. Please, you don't follow me for a while now. Was there any time I tell you that I fight for your rights?
I know.
Was there any time I told you that I be your freedom this or that?
Never.
I've always been the GO, the one that is here
you are the teacher. You have been the teacher from
I've always been the teacher, yes.
You know, and you have taught a lot of students today. I'm one of your students.
Bless you.
You know, and we are making, thank God that we are making impact. You know, and the impact is yielding fruit. We've gotten millions, you know, that are walking all over.
Yes.
And one day our people will be free.
I believe.
Our people must be free, you know, because we are not born a slave.
No.
So we can't be a slave, you know. And if you are afraid, you can never fight for your freedom.
No.
And if you are afraid of death, you can't fight for your freedom. Yes. That's what our people must know, you know. And it's somebody that must stand up. I think Luther stood up. He's a reverend pastor.
Yes.
He stood up. You know, that's why black people can speak in America today. You know, so my good general, you see, I want to talk to our pastors and our man. They don't need to be going to draw God's trouser and want God to talk. Because Nigeria is 1 + 1 = 2. You cannot sow calamity. You cannot sow this kind of destruction and you expect to reap heaven. It's not possible. You cannot sow hunger and you expect that Tukane jet can stop crime. It's not possible. It can never be done.
It's not.
You know, so buy any ammunition you want to buy from all corners of the whole world. You continue to kill and you continue to kill. And one day you that is killing, it will affect
the hunter will become the hunted now. If not by killing, nobody should even be talking about Biafra today. Bold enough to say it. But look at the millions of people asking for it. So it's not about killing. You can kill people, but you can't kill the idea. You can't kill the idea that actually propel people to go public with something like this. You know?
That's so. It's very simple. But I see when I start, I want to address our pastors and our imam.
Right.
They hear me so.
I am with you.
They should know that Nigeria, the way Nigeria is structured, the gangs of thieves, the robbers that have hijacked the government from east, west, north, and south, they can only define them if you go into election with them. They will define the kind of election you will have.
Of course, now.
Now, if you go into a referendum with them, they will define. If you go into a restructuring with them, they will define the kind of restructuring that they want for you.
Yes.
Because even Shetima says restructuring under his foot.
Yes.
That people should not be slaves in their land. It's still under your foot. Because restructuring is that Nigeria people are enslaved. Nobody is a citizen. You have no say in the way you are governed. You understand?
You just have to take it.
And
whatever you see, take it like that. If you disagree, then try to fight it. If you get killed for fighting it, that's your portion. But just take whatever is given to you, or you die trying to fight it.
Exactly. You see? So what kind of system is that? So the only option I want to tell our religious leader, our pastors that are praying, that are waiting for God to bring revelation to them. The only option that's left for everybody in Nigeria or Nigerians,
yes,
as the case may be, is referendum. That is the only conduct that our people will have.
Because it's the only peaceful way we will do this without bloodshed, right? And the only simple way, right, that, the possibility of being the peaceful neighbors, right, can actually happen. Once all of these are no longer available, it is that the other option. And I don't think Nigeria want to see that. Not be saying all of us have control over it, but spontaneously, Baba, it will get to that stage when things get out of hand, which they will get out of hand. It's just a matter of time.
Baba is already out of hand because if America that has all the information is running away, Britain is running away, UK is running away from Nigeria, Germany is running away, all the countries that matter, that are real Oyibo, I'm not talking of fake Oyibo, that matter, they are all running away. It's only the country that are into scam that are remaining in that country. Are you getting me? If they are all running away and you are still, you think that there's nothing is wrong. You think that is normal. The election that you are doing is normal. You think that is normal. Obi is a trap, is a setup.
It's a distraction, but we are coming close to the end of that distraction, Prince. It's just 2 months away. Sure you get, it will pass, and time will tell for all of this. Prince, let me take another call, Thank you very much for being part of this tonight. Let me quickly say thank you to, thank you very much. Let me say thank you to my responders. First, my caller, Ken, is that you?
Yeah, my good me. Hi.
Give me 1 second there. Let me just say a quick shout out to my friends, my donors, quickly, before we take it up with you, okay? 1 second or 1 minute. So I want to say thank you to everyone who has responded. On your screen, you possibly can see that we've added more from 1,871 pounds that we started with tonight. We have now crossed on Give Send Go, on Give Send Go. We have now crossed 2,000 pounds, which means that we have raised nearly 190 pounds. If my 130, that's 30, and then 1 and this year, maybe 190 pounds on Give Send Go. Okay, I have also received your Cash App donation, like I used to do. Okay, I am not going to mention your full name, but I'll just mention the, just the name. Tosin, if you are the same Tosin that I know of, Baba, if you are the same Tosin, Baba, you contacted me about writing a book a few years back. If this is you, I received your 105 pounds 89 pence donation through the Cash App. So thank you. Okay. I also received your own donation too. Sabeni. I don't want to mention your other name in case if you are not comfortable with that. But if you are that Ben who made that contribution, I received that 4 pounds 88 pence. I believe that should be around $5 or so donation. So on our Cash App right now, we have a total balance of 371 pounds. Ben, I have received several of your contribution. Okay, they are coming through again, and for now we have the balance of 371 pounds on the Cash App. On our PayPal, there is no new contribution coming from PayPal. So it is still what it was. That was 540 pounds. So what else do I have? And then a Cash App, the Give Send Go on your screen, which has given us about 190 pounds. So if you put all of this together, it simply means that we have possibly got over, let's see, that's almost £300 tonight. If you change that to their naira in Nigeria, we'll likely be saying we've crossed over 250,000 naira, a quarter of the million, or let me say the quarter of a million. So if you are still there and you want to be part of this, I'm going to share the account details on the screen as well. You can use that. Every contribution that is being put together today will be tallied together with the all we have, and hopefully we can indeed reach out to those who need this in Yoruba land. Ken, sorry for keeping you waiting. How are you?
I'm fine, and you?
I am very well, thank you.
Thank you so much, Michael, for all that you do.
Thank you.
Let me just quickly jump into 2 points, and then I'll wrap it up quickly.
Okay,
the first
please.
one was the first one was the Yoruba actor, the Alaya Igwe, yesterday's
the Yoruba actors who were walking naked. One of them has just walked naked. Others haven't taken off their clothes, but they have already started walking naked too. Okay.
Exactly. He's somebody I watch this movie a lot, and I mean somebody I mean all of them across the board. I try to respect every one of them because it's not easy being an actor and doing what you do, but I mean, then when you play the video of his conversation with the other person he was talking to in the US, I grew up in Lagos. I grew up in Mushin, so I speak a lot of Yoruba very well. So don't be surprised that I do understand a lot of Yoruba, most of the conversation.
Yeah.
What surprises me were two things here on that was he stripped back naked to in the ocean. Does he even have a clue, an idea exactly what he's doing to himself and to his family by exposing himself to that point? And then I think that one was not enough. My ego literally crawling on the ground for a savage vehicle that is even so beyond the unthinkable. Even if it was new, start crawling for a fellow man like you, for giving you a vehicle just simply because you stripped yourself.
Like I said yesterday, naked. Ken, I said, if you give me a car now, like somebody like me, where be say, I no be star, I no be superstar, anything, and I no be rich man, yeah? I won't roll on the floor. I may jubilate and say, thank you so much. And it won't be surprising, even though some of you will be like, Mayegu, you have car now. How come you can't celebrate like this? You know what I mean? But I won't roll on the floor. Talk of somebody who is a veteran, who has made hundreds of movies, that somehow shaped our childhood too. Looking at him like that is beyond just walking naked. It eats deeper.
It is beyond unthinkable, It is. When I was watching it, when you were doing the presentation yesterday, when I saw your reaction on the background, I just said to myself, inside me, I'm like, oh my God, what the hell is he
like
doing?
He could still do all he did, leaving his clothes on. We will still probably accuse him, criticize him, talk, but never in my world did I believe anybody would take off their somebody. No, this is not just somebody. A veteran actor naked for politician. That one hit home differently, and I couldn't keep it to myself. I had to make a program on it.
It did, it did, because even when he did all that with that buffoon, that idiot, that nobody, whatever they name is, you literally calling for that talk.
It is Nigeria.
That's not necessary. Oh my God.
You need to see graduates. See, Ken, you need to see how people who are supposed to be graduates, educated people, right? You need to see how they shake around these lots. And then you tell yourself and say, wow, I think I'm going to give up now, trying to understand why somebody would be like, you have no idea that it's even worse. Because when your survivor is buried in their hands, and somehow you needed it. You've got no alternative. Somehow you just have to be creative with that. Be creative. Be dramatical.
They are irredeemable.
Irredeemable, that's the word. Ken.
Very detailed. The second part, so that I can go quicker and allow
Please.
others to follow, is that you remember what's the mockery? What's that guy? Reno Mockery or something like that. You
Reno
yes.
Omokri, but we call him
yes.
Rhino Mockery, but yeah, Omokri.
Rhino, exactly.
Rhino Mockery. Obedient
do you? I don't know whether you watched the interview where he was it debunking the fact that when you were doing the certificate presentation of that Jagabandi Jagawe,
yeah, when he's doubling down on it, yeah,
doubling down on it, and then those things you were highlighting about the difference between the certificate he presented and the original certificate of the Chicago State University, all those things. Did you know that this douchebag they call Reno was there crucifying people for try to debunk Tinubu's certificate, while at the same time, keep in mind that he was the same one that was being shown on the video going to
that he said he claimed that he went there and they gave him that letter.
Yes.
Meanwhile, the time he said he went there was just last month, this November. Okay, when Atiku was there, sure you remember. He said he went to that Chicago. Only for him to present the letter that some people have already published since July.
Exactly.
And he started doubling down on it. He's now taking it too far with Rufai. He said Rufai said he's going to take him out. Rufai said he called, he said he's going to kill him. And it's like somebody, it's like a baby adult. That's what I see him as all the time. He's like a baby adult. Somebody that is, you know what I mean? Like, he's an adult, but he's a baby.
I know, but you know, this is the insulting part, the most insulting part of it.